I recently spoke about switching from digital content to streaming services to acquiring more physical media. I'll still have the services, but when the prices start increasing, then that's when I'm going to draw a line because, there has to be a limit. The problem is we get so attached to the services themselves that we just hemorrhage money and we just agree to whatever. But most of us have like set programs or movies we just enjoy. So, for instance, my daughter likes Disney because she likes the Marvel movies, but it's like, why don't we just collect the Marvel movies though? Wouldn't it make more sense just to own the Marvel movies? you know, yeah. And I think the problem is when you think of physical content, you think it's extremely expensive because it is when it's new. Now, personally, I would much rather buy new content, but when you're trying to amass a library, it makes sense just to try and get it together. If there's a specific film that's just about to be released, great. But when we're looking at older content, there's nothing wrong with going used, I think. Um, yeah, because to be honest, the way I look at it is those movies, those franchises, you're not really taking money out of their pockets because they've already gained so much already, in its lifestyle, in its lifespan. So that's how I feel. So anyway, I've literally just bought 14 movies. This is 14 films for £20 in the UK. That's the average of like, I don't know, like £1.20, £1.50 per film. Blu-ray, not DVD. And they're not crappy films. Some you may consider, but I was thinking just along the line of Disney. That's where I was going. Like, how can I get rid of Disney? So we go through the list, and you see if they think they're rubbish. I'll tell you the prices. So I own the box set of Despicable Me on one of the platforms. Again, I don't care that I own them anymore. I can still watch them when I want, but I'd rather have the physical collection now. So rather than keep investing in digital in the digital stores, I'm more interested in Blu-rays. But if a film goes on sale on the digital platform and I think it's useful across multiple devices, you can still buy that. So you own both copies if you choose to that way. But I don't want to put too much money into it now, into the digitals. So even though I own it, I've just got Despicable Me 2. I didn't really look for the others, but again, they're ones I'll look for later. And that was on a buy one, get one free. So with that one, I think it was Beauty and the Beast. I really like Beauty and the Beast. I don't. It doesn't matter that I'm a guy. I like Beauty and the Beast. I like the romance to it all and whatnot. And so what I actually did get is I can't even remember if I really like the feature movie, but I can't remember if I really like the cartoon, the animated one. But I thought, you know what, I'll get that as well. So effectively, what the deals are on MusicMagpie, for instance, in the UK, you've got CEX, but you've got MusicMagpie. I just think CEX has delivery fees and all sorts of shit. So MusicMagpie is the best way to go with it because they do deals. So effectively, they've got certain set group that's 4 for £5. They're not terrible films. And then they've got another one where it's 2 for a fiver or 4 for 8. So it's not that much more. So it's 4 for 5 or 4 for 8. The 4 for 8 ones, of course, are more premium movies, only because they're newer. But effectively, Despicable Me 2 and the other one was buy one, get one free. So literally £1 each. Come on, do you know what I mean? This is ridiculous. And then I've got Guardians of the Galaxy. I'll just read them down. We'll just go through them. Guardians of the Galaxy, Cinderella, the movie, the feature movie. I've got that on DVD already, but I thought let's get them on Blu-ray. Let's up the ante. Like I said, I've got both Beauty and the Beasts, Toy Story, the original. That's my favourite one. I actually got the last one of that. But there is a trilogy box set, but I would rather have the original boxes. In fact, I may already have that. I think it's Toy Story 4 I got on Blu-ray. I have to look. Zombieland, Avengers Endgame, Monsters Inc., Avengers Infinity War, Guardians of the Galaxy, Deadpool 2, Guardians of the Galaxy 2, and Deadpool. Now, I recently bought Deadpool Wolverine on digital, but I'll have to just try and grab that on Blu-ray at some point. I either wait for the price to drop, because there's no point me getting it brand new. I already own it. That's 14 films. Now, where that stemmed from, I was looking at the new Twisters film. I went to the cinema to watch it. I'm thinking I could get that. It's about £14 in the UK on Blu-ray, but it's also £14 on Amazon store in Ultra HD. So you're like, oh. But then I thought about it and I thought, wait a minute, how many films could I get on Blu-ray, for instance? What can I do for that same price? Instead of that one movie that's just released, how many can I get? I've just got a huge collection, you know? So yeah, let me just close that now. So that's a lot of films, £20 for 14 films. And you can bet your ass I'm going to get more later, but I just you've got to draw a line somewhere and be reasonable. So that's that one. Let me get rid of that. Right. So now That was the original basket. It changed, it adapted. But anyway, you just go through the films as we got them, just so I can show you that side of things. As I say, look, Deadpool, £1.99 used, 2 for 3 or 4 for 5. Even 2 for 3 is a good deal, you know. It says £1.50 a film. But you go 4 for 5, you're looking at £1.20 a film, pretty much. I mean, £1.20 a movie. That's ridiculous. So we got that one. Then we go Guardians of the Galaxy, Avengers Infinity War, Monsters Inc. I actually really love the first one. Zombieland, I do like them. I think the first one's probably the best one still. Beauty and the Beast, Cinderella. Oh, don't need that one. Guardians of the Galaxy 2. Deadpool 2. I think I've got the last one of that. Avengers Endgame.